Yeah, this looks like a Hobbit pipe or something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like something Bilbo Baggins would be like, comes out of his little grass hut. Nice.
What's up, everybody? Patrick with Bikes and Briar here. I just got notification from USPS that there's a package in the mail from some random guy named Nate King. Let's go check this out. Nathan King, Nate King Pipes. Well, you've already seen the thumbnail. I know what this is. You know what this is. Let's go and check this baby out. All right, before we open this package, let's talk a little bit about Nate King and Greg Pease. So Greg Pease, everybody knows that he is a tobacco meister. He is a doctor of pipes. He's also a writer. He's an artist, and he's an amazing photographer. And he lives about 45 minutes from me. Nate King started his career as working in IndyCar and as I believe, a transmission specialist. And if you know anything about racing, whether it be motorcycles or cars, drag racing, whatever, the teams generally break down engines after every run or every race, and that's just to double check everything, make sure everything's working properly, and to have a reliable racing vehicle. So if you don't have a high attention to detail and you're not precise, it doesn't matter how good your driver is. You're not gonna have a good car. You're not gonna be reliable and be able to finish races. So I would believe that Nate King's attention to detail and preciseness is what makes him so good at being an amazing pipe maker. So these two guys have collaborated together on 4 different pipes. Now, the first 3, I think there's not a lot of information online about the first one, and I think it's called the Cuddy. I'm not sure. You guys can correct me on that if I'm wrong. The second being the Penny Farthing, and then the Piccadilly, and the Windjammer. And they've all pretty much been a design idea from Greg Pease, and he draws the sketches and then sends them to Nate, and then they go back and forth trying to work out the small details and things like that. And then Nate comes up with a prototype and shows it to Greg, and Greg smokes the prototype, and then pretty much, I guess, names it after a tobacco that he sees fit, something that smokes well in that particular pipe. So that's why they've all got names based on his tobacco. That's why I'm thinking that the Cuddy is not the correct name for the first one, because I don't think he has a tobacco called the Cuddy. But again, that was a really hard one to find. I looked all over his Instagram page as well as Nate's, and I just couldn't find anything really on the first pipe. But Penny Farthing for sure, and of course the Piccadilly, and now the Windjammer. So let's open up this box and check out what's inside. I already got it started to make it easy because Nate did a really good job of buttoning this up. Already got a little message from Nate, so that was cool. Him and I were kind of going back and forth on email, and when this dropped on Instagram, I was nervous. I saw this thing and I really liked Nate's stuff, and big fan of GLP's stuff. I haven't really smoked many of his tobaccos, but the guy is just he's a legend. And so I read a lot of his columns on pipesmagazine.com again, and you just can't help but like the guy. He has an infectious nature about him, and he's just so cool. So I do have a lot of his tobaccos. I just haven't tapped into them yet. But when I saw this drop on Instagram, it just looked really, really neat. And the fact that they both collaborated on it together on this project, just, I don't know, I just had to have it. So there's two types. There's the Golden Blast and the Ruby Blast. And there's 30 pipes total. There's 18 Golden Blasts and there's 12 total Ruby Blasts. And I didn't know the difference between the two other than the color of them, but I thought that the Golden Blast, they look really cool, but it looks, you know, kind of typical like Naked Briar, and with maybe an oil stain on it. There's a lot of pipes out there like that, so I gravitated towards the Ruby because it's kind of an unusual stain, and it appealed to me more. So I reached out to Nate. I said, hey, I'm interested in a Ruby, you know, let me know what it costs. And so he came back to me and he said that the pipe was $450 and the Golden Blasts are $475. And I was like, first I had to stomach the cost, because I've never bought a pipe that cost anywhere near that. I think my most expensive pipe was a JM Boswell for $238, something like that. And so to pony up $450 for a pipe was really steep. It was hard to swallow, but I was like, damn, I mean, how many chances am I going to get to have a pipe like this? So, and it's my 20th pipe. This is my 20th pipe. I have bought a few other pipes for a friend of mine, but this is my 20th. And so I just thought, what a good way to ring in my 20th pipe. And anyway, I reached out to Nate again and I said, damn, dude, I told him, I was honest. I said, hey, I'm a new pipe smoker. I've never spent this much on a pipe before, so I'm really nervous. And oh, and he, you know, reassured me. He was like, man, I think you're gonna love this pipe. We had a lot of fun collaborating on it together, and we just think you're gonna love it. So, and then I asked him, I said, hey, what's the difference between the Golden Blast and the Ruby Blast? And he basically said that the Ruby Blast has some flaws, basically what it comes down to. And the Ruby stain just covers up those flaws a little bit better. And the Golden Blasts don't. So, you know, for me, when I heard that news, it didn't really make a difference to me. I still liked the Ruby, and I mean, we as people are flawed. Nothing is perfect in this world, and I kind of embrace the fact that it has flaws in it. I mean, briar is a natural substance. It's wood, so you know, that kind of thing doesn't really bother me at all. So anyway, went back and forth with him and had a nice chat. And anyway, here it is. Let me show it to you. For that $450 or $475, whatever you pay, you do get a few items. You get a tin of Windjammer, and this is from November 23rd of 2021. And they've written 22-23 on it. I'm not sure why he wrote that, but anyway, it's already aged. I do have a new tin that just showed up, or is supposed to show up, and that's a newer tin. So I'll be able to compare the two together. Got a nice leather pipe pouch. And this is a signed picture of, I believe, the prototype. It might be, excuse me, it might be this actual pipe. I'm not sure, but we're gonna find out. But pretty cool, and it's aged 22 of 30 by Greg Peace. You guys can see that. Anyway, really, really neat. Here it is. Got Nate King USA on there. This is so cool. Just the bag alone is really neat. Doesn't have that strong leather smell that you would expect, but it's a really cool, very high quality bag. It's nice. Thanks, Nate. This is really cool. All right, here we go. Wow, this is neat. I'm probably gonna take some pictures of this as well. Really cool pipe, very unique shape. So let's take a look and see if it's similar or the same. And it's probably not, it's probably the prototype. Yeah, I don't think it is, but still really, really cool. And you know, Greg Pease took that shot. That's awesome. His photography is phenomenal. It's really, really good. I've had some really nice cameras before I used to shoot, and had a lot of fun with it, but that guy blows me away. He's got some skills for sure. It says on here, it's just a Pease King Design 2223. So let's break it open and see what it looks like on the inside. Looks like that hole is perfect. I don't know if you can see that, but see right through it. It's really cool. Probably won't see it as well when as soon as I burn some tobacco in there. Because of the lighter color in the bowl, even through the stem you can see straight through it. So I know for a fact this is going to pass a pipe cleaner. It's kind of the first thing I do as soon as I get a new pipe is I see if I can run a pipe cleaner through it. And I am really surprised, out of all the pipes that I have now, easy peasy. Out of all the pipes that I have, this is one, and then two Peterson pipes that I have, or one that I gave my gifted my friend. It's a Peterson Dracula, and that one passes a pipe cleaner straight through. And then I think the other Peterson smaller Dracula, I think it's a 127, that one passes a pipe cleaner as well. But no other pipe that I have I have a couple of Savinellis. Obviously I've got some corncob pipes. There's one here from Cornell and Deal. It's a collaboration between Missouri Meerschaum and Cornell and Deal. Forgot what it's called. Anyway, this is a cool, really cool, but this video is not about this thing. We're gonna put that thing away. Anyway, I have, I don't know, 3 or 4 cobs, and a pipe cleaner doesn't pass through that. My 3 estates that I purchased from Telford's up in Sausalito, they can't pass a pipe cleaner either. Yeah, nothing passes a pipe cleaner except 2 Petersons that I have and this Windjammer. So it kind of annoys me that I can't pass a pipe cleaner through all my pipes. I'm a stickler for detail, and I'm big on precision, and I think that's why I like German-made things, because they're hardcore, and I appreciate that. And it's kind of a disappointment when I stick a pipe cleaner there and it gets hung up, and no matter how much I twist it or fuss around with it, it doesn't go through. That's just an issue with me. That's something that I care about now. I didn't, when I first started a few months ago in February, but now it bothers me. Let me know if that bothers you too, if that's something that you guys if that matters to you guys. This is a cool pipe. I'm gonna take some pictures of it and I'll probably post them at the end of the video for you guys to check out. Anyway, here comes the fun part where I thought that I would load up this bowl and tell you guys what I think of Windjammer in a Windjammer. It's definitely a little poofy. Let's see if we can hear something here. Heard a little bit. The finest tobaccos are brought together in careful balance to provide a smoking experience like no other. It is my sincere wish that you will derive as much pleasure from the smoking of this mixture as I from its creation. G.O. Peace. This smells unlike anything that I've smelled so far. I can tell you that. This looks like flakes to me. You guys can see that. These have a lot of moisture in them, so it might be a while before we shoot the rest of this video. It smells lovely. Pretty much all I've been smoking is aromatics, and the first thing you get hit with those is usually some vanilla and caramel, but not the case with this. This is unusual. There's a sourness to this. I'm big into wine. So smelling tobaccos and tasting tobaccos reminds me a lot about wine. They're kind of similar in a way. And you age tobaccos pretty much the same you would age wines. And it's kind of named the same too, cellaring tobacco, cellaring wine. This is cool. I've never smoked flake before. Put this together. I might just let this video run. I know there's a guy out there who I watch on occasion, and he's always concerned about how long his videos are. I think with pipe smoking, you shouldn't really care too much about that. People can always hit pause or turn off the YouTube player and do something else and come back to it later, right? So I'm gonna break this up with my fingers. I know some people probably just stuff it in their pipe, but I kind of want to get a feel of what this feels like. It is a little moist. It's definitely springy. Can't see that, but if I squeeze it, it definitely stays wadded together, but then it slowly comes apart. Anyway, I'm not going to worry too much about how long my videos are. It seems like a lot of you guys like to smoke a pipe with the person that's smoking a pipe, and this is all about taking your time and contemplation anyway, so no need to rush, right? No need to rush through things. Take your time. I've only produced a few videos on YouTube, and Pretty sure only one of them I've smoked in, and I think there's a reason for that. It's hard to focus on what you're doing when you're smoking a pipe, at least for me. I think when you're older and you've had a lot of experience, you know what you're doing, and it's possible that the mixture that you're smoking, you've smoked for a long time, and you understand the mixture. You know what it tastes like, you know what it's going to give you. For a new pipe smoker like me, I have to think about everything that I'm doing, and it's not natural yet, and so I had to put a lot of thought into it, and when I'm putting thought into it, I can't really talk. I'm unable to do two things at one time, so I'm not good in that sense with the multitasking. As I'm playing with this with my fingers, I'm noticing that it's drying up really fast. I'm in the East Bay of the Bay Area right now, and you know, maybe things are a little bit drier, but it's a nice overcast day today. Might be some rain tomorrow, but this is drying up really quickly. This actually reminds me of a wine. Recently I had a 1989 vintage, really old, 36 years old, and when we opened it, it smelled amazing, and it poured really nice. It still had really nice color to it. It wasn't brown, so you knew that, you know, the fruits were kind of still there, but it did not last the night. It oxidized really, really fast, and something about this tobacco here kind of tells me the same thing. It's drying up so fast. You would think I'm in Arizona, but I'm not. I'm in the Bay Area of Northern California, where we do have a little bit of humidity, but this is drying amazingly fast. I thought I would have to pause this video for an hour and let it sit out, but this is not the case. Wow, I'm really surprised by this. I don't know how much to break this up. You guys can see here the pieces. It's kind of like ribbon now, I guess. Been messing with it. There's some small pieces and some larger logs. I'm gonna load up this pipe and get going. Looks like I pulled out just the right amount of tobacco to fill this pipe. I try to kind of push in the sides so that there's a bit of a mound in the middle. This isn't the easiest tamper to do that with. I have a couple tampers that are in my cart, in my shopping cart on smokingpipes.com, some 8 deco tampers, and from what I understand, they have a recess in the middle so that you can do that. You can kind of push in the outer edges and leave a mound in the middle. Anyway, it's first pack. I'll tell you what the tin notes say. Windjammer, a rich and satisfying cut cake comprising sweet, ripe Virginias, nutty Burleys, unflavored toasted black Cavendish, and a generous measure of Perique. A splash of dark rum ties it all together and adds a bit more sweetness. As you enjoy the slow, clean burning flake, you'll find hints of cocoa, black walnuts, and dried fruits, enhancing complex, natural tobacco goodness. Full on the palate with a delightful aroma, enjoy smooth sailing with Windjammer. A lot of people that do tobacco reviews, they tend to pull up notes from tobaccoreviews.com, and I'm not going to do that. I don't want to be influenced by what I'm reading, so I'm just going to listen to my palate basically and see what I come up with. I might not talk a lot. That tobacco really jumped out. It's pretty cool. And now an impromptu visit from my lovely friend Jody, who wanted to hang out, but she wasn't quite ready for prime time.
Are you packing your pipe?
Yeah.
Ooh, it smells good out here.
What's it smell like?
Pipe tobacco.
You can smell it already?
Yeah,
Oh.
I can totally smell it.
Oh. I just lit it just now.
My neighbor smokes cigars. Oh, do you want some wine?
No, I don't drink. I generally don't drink when I'm smoking a pipe. I'll drink water or something like that, but
Sure.
Windjammer.
I'm like Ninja Jammer.
Ninja Jammer.
Smells
This is
good.
the pipe.
Whoa. It looks like something out of, whoa. It smells like cherry?
Cherry?
Wait a minute.
I did get a sourness from it, and cherries are they can be a little sour, I guess. Tart.
Something
Like a tartness or,
like it's some fruity thing.
yeah.
Like, yeah. You're a Windjammer. Oh my God.
You want to hang out? Pull up a chair.
Okay.
You can throw that stuff on the ground.
I'm not gonna throw anything. There'll be no throwing. Do you have to dry it in your little leatherness of leatherness?
Generally, yeah, you should try
Who
it.
printed that picture for you?
So the tobacco maker, the tobacco blender, who blended this tobacco and created this tobacco, his name is Greg Pease, and he lives in San Francisco. And he has...
Is he going to Hardly Strictly? You should come to Hardly Strictly and...
and film. But this is Greg Peace's, he took a picture of the prototype and he signed it, and it's numbered back there.
Nice.
But yeah,
Really nice.
it's a cool photo.
Cool.
This is an interesting pipe. It's my first pipe from this pipe maker. And I have to say, this is the best stem that I've ever put my mouth on. The button, this is the button right here on the edge.
The little ridge.
Kind of, use your teeth to hold it.
Yeah.
And the slimness of it, I have a small mouth, so.
What do you mean a small mouth? You have small lips, that's for sure.
Yeah, I have these skinny little lips, but I also have a small mouth. But this,
I guess you do have a small mouth.
this stem is really nice. It feels,
How many pipes do you have?
this is my 20th.
Okay, that's way too many pipes. Wait, do some people have, Is this like people who collect guitars, for instance?
I guess so.
Although 20. Okay, so are there people who have like 1,500 pipes?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
messed up.
There's a lot of people with thousands of pipes, yeah. They say that maybe the magic number of pipes is around, I don't know what it is, maybe 13 or something like that. Well, essentially you want 7 pipes basically to have a rotation of pipes
one for each pipe?
for each day, and you can let them rest while you reach for the next one, because because the briarwood needs time to rest overnight.
That's why you have many, many, many recorders, which are also pipes, by the way.
Yes. How many recorders do you have?
A lot.
More than 20?
Well, more than 10, but they're not all made from wood, because what you do is you also have high quality plastic recorders, so that when your wood gets wet, you stop playing them, and then you play your plastic to let it dry out.
Okay.
So, like your pipes, we have lots of pipes, so it's like a pipe organ, but they're all individual players playing each pipe. From here, from this size.
So like 5 inches or 6 inches.
Well, there can be a little Garkland that's like 7, but you know, soprano, alto, tenor, bass, C bass, subcontrabass, or contrabass, subcontrabass, and all the way up to 8 feet or more.
Wow. 8 feet.
8 feet.
How do you play an 8-foot recorder?
Well,
does it lay
there's
on the
a
ground?
vocal,
Okay.
right? Which that could be called a vocal, by the way. The
This?
mouthpiece.
Okay.
No, the mouthpiece of it.
Okay.
Vocal, boca meaning mouth, or vocal meaning mouth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the vocal fits into the pipe, and it goes up and down. So if you're short, or you are short because you're much shorter than the recorder, so it comes all the way down to your mouth. So you're blowing into this pipe, another pipe. This is a pipe thing going down.
It is.
And there's a lot of keys so that you can stretch your hands. There you go. That's how you play an 8-foot recorder. You could, there's plenty of YouTube videos, people playing subcontrabass recorders.
So check it out. Subcontrabass recorders, 8 feet long.
Or C bass or F bass.
Any bass.
Any bass. It's all about the
That's all
bass.
the bass.
It really is. But it's also about the sopraninos too. I mean, yeah. So that's interesting. Pipes and pipes. We should start a new YouTube channel called Pipes and Pipes.
Yeah, that would be interesting. There's a lot of people who, smoke pipes that love music, so we could definitely bridge the two together.
I think you're right. We could. Scottish games that we have, the Caledonian game. Have you ever been?
No.
Oh, okay, September, you got to put on your kilt. Do they know about your kilt?
My YouTube subscribers, no, they don't know about my kilt. I am Scottish. I think I've told you guys that. And I have worn a kilt before. If I ever get married, I will not wear a tux. I will wear a kilt.
Oh, are you planning on getting married?
Mm-hmm.
Are you married? Have you ever been married?
No, this is a discussion for another time.
No, I think it's good. I think this is good. I knew that. But you never know. Unless I ask, you would never know. Even though I've known you a super long time, I think you would have mentioned it.
No, I've
right?
never been married.
You're eligible.
I am. I've never been married, never been engaged either.
Okay, take my advice, people.
Don't do it.
Don't freaking do it.
Run, Forrest, run.
Exactly.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. And that's not because I haven't had a great marriage, but it's super hard work. I just think it's this weird, they call it an institution for a reason. No, I really think that unless you are going to have children, there's no reason to get married.
This is an interesting pipe and an interesting tobacco. This is unlike any pipe that I have. It feels really, really good in the hand. Like you can hold this all day. It just feels great.
Does it get warm?
It can, yeah. It's slightly warm. You can feel the outside.
Oh, it is warm,
Yeah,
especially on the bottom. Nice.
yeah.
It's light.
It is light. And the stem is really comfortable.
For your thin lips
Mm-hmm.
and your small mouth
Mm-hmm.
and your big ideas.
It's a very comfortable pipe that, yeah, you could essentially smoke on all day.
That's what
Might
you
be my
should do
new
on your
favorite
day
pipe.
off.
Hmm?
You should do that on your day off.
So I just had a little conversation with Jody. It was kind of like a video podcast, if you will. You could see me, couldn't see her. Podcasts are kind of like that. You don't see who you're you're not watching who you're listening to. Jody went inside to make us some tea. So while she's inside doing that, I'm going to talk to you about this pipe. I've been smoking it now for, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes or so. And right off the bat, it feels fantastic in my hand. It just feels perfect. This little lip right here is perfect for my thumb. And I kind of have chunky hands. And my middle finger comes down really nice on the, I guess it's the heel. If this heel wasn't here, if it didn't drop down like this teardrop here, I would be kind of choking up on it, but it falls at a very natural place for me. It's very comfortable. It's really, really nice. And the stem, this has to be the best stem I've experienced so far. The button is quite substantial, but the stem really, really tapers at the end, and it is really, really comfortable for my mouth. You smoke pipes, and well, for me, I've smoked a few pipes, and I find myself thinking a lot about the pipe as I'm smoking it. And this one I'm not. This does not take my attention away from the tobacco, which some other pipes that I have do. The stem can be too wide or too bulky, and I'll be messing with it in my mouth. I put this stem in my mouth and I don't think about it. It's like it's not there. And that's probably the best compliment I can give it. So, Nate, if you're watching this, the stem work on this is perfect. It really is nice. I'm not usually a fan of just plain black stems. I like some color. I like some style to it, but in terms of aesthetics and comfort, it's perfection. I don't know that I can give a proper review for this tobacco. This is the first smoke in this pipe. And I understand that it's probably not going to reveal its fullness, all of its flavors, until maybe the 5th or 6th time that I smoke this. But I am enjoying this tobacco. It is interesting. It changes. This is not a one-trick pony. There's a spiciness on this that I really appreciate, and I guess that's Perique. This is probably the first blend that I'm smoking ever with Perique. And I've heard a lot about it. I hear a lot about it from tobacco reviewers, and I hear it a lot on the Pipe Magazine podcast with Brian Levine. He talks about Perique. I guess he loves Perique. I've always heard about it, and but I've never experienced it until now. And on your tongue, it is a bit spicy, kind of peppery. When I cook with a lot of flavor, and this is probably my first non-aromatic tobacco that I've smoked that I really, really enjoy. I'm not getting any tongue bite at all. There is some heat. But I think that's maybe from the perique that's hitting the tip of my tongue. But it's not the same as tongue bite would be when you're smoking a wet or damp aromatic. This really reveals itself more when you're smoking it very slowly, and I'm not right now. I'm just trying to sitting there sucking on it, trying to pull as much flavor out of it as I can. I'm trying to be cool with it, I'm trying to chill out. I can't tell you what the tasty notes are right now. And I'm sorry, I'm a totally new pipe smoker. I'm a total beginner. I've only been smoking since February, and I haven't even smoked that much since then. I'm lucky if I get one bowl in every 2 weeks, something like that. I have not smoked very often. I just simply need to make more time for that. I discussed that in my previous video. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch that. And you can see how wooden I am reading the teleprompter from my phone. I liked doing it because I was able to convey everything that was on my mind. I was able to write or type everything out, and I didn't leave anything out, which was great. But after watching myself back, and I felt it too, I knew it when I was delivering it. I just knew that it wasn't me, it wasn't natural. I think it takes time to become natural at reading a prompter and being yourself at the same time. I am totally open to feedback. If you guys like these extended videos, let me know. Let me know if you like if you prefer to have them shorter. I know Adam Floyd has been smoking Windjammer for a little while now, and he's commented on it in a few of his Instagram posts, and he mentions just a wisp of vanilla that's come through, but it's fleeting. It comes and it goes right away. I can't tell you if I'm getting that or not, at least not yet. But there is some type of a warmth that I'm getting ever so slightly from, like, once in a great while, I can sense something there. I just can't place it. I think this is my new favorite pipe. I have one other pipe that I've only smoked once that I really, really love too. I smoked it with a buddy of mine. And that's a Neerup made by Peter Jefferson, and it's a beautiful bent pipe and gorgeous stem on it. It's a partially rusticated pipe. It's got the dimensions on it are really cool. It's got a very robust bowl and then a very delicate stem on it that kind of typical of what Peter Jefferson likes to make. I don't know if the Neerup pipes are considered artisan. I think his son helps him make those. So can that be classified as a artisan pipe if it's made by more than one person? I think so. I think as long as it's not made in a factory. It's not a factory pipe, it's an artisan pipe. And there's only really two classifications as far as I know. There's artisan pipe and factory pipes. But that's my second favorite pipe. I think this is my first favorite. I love the organic look about it. It looks like it's been hand carved with no machines. So to wrap this up, I'll say that I really love this pipe. It's got this lovely organic look and feel to it. I mean, I feel like this could have been hand carved out of a piece of wood 100 years ago. That's what it kind of feels like. It's kind of what it looks like. It's really neat. There are some defects, you know, or flaws on it, like on the rim here, there's a little notch here and stuff like that, but you know, I like it. I mean, it's a cool piece. It's really neat. And this stem, the stem feels awesome in my mouth. Out of my 20 pipes, this is now my new favorite pipe. It's awesome. I love it. The tobacco, I can't really speak on much. I think I'm really too green to judge it or anything like that. I need to spend some time with this. That's what it really comes down to. I need to smoke this a few times, and I'll probably smoke a few more bowls of this Windjammer in my Windjammer. I don't know that I'll only smoke Windjammer in this. This might just be labeled as my GLP's pipe. I'll only smoke GLP's blends out of this pipe. It's a really nice blend. It's complex, and I can't really put a finger on it yet. And yeah, I'm sorry, I can't I can't give you much more than that. It's just, the pipe is totally fresh. It's all fresh to me, so it's gonna take me some time to figure out all the nuances and things like that. And yeah, I just can't give that to you right now. So I can say that I am enjoying it though. I'm really enjoying this. After, you know, smoking mostly aromatics, I've smoked a few English blends. My mixture, is it 965? I smoked that. Wasn't a huge fan of that, but I'll go back to it. And then I've smoked some Jim Boswell, some Boswell English blends too that were kind of like hybrid blends, and those were great. I didn't have any issue with those. Those had a little bit of Latakia in them. Anyway, just a lovely blend and a really lovely pipe. Thanks for letting me share this with you guys, and thanks for spending the time with me. I hope this video is not too long. If you like this video, make sure you like, and please subscribe if you haven't already. Appreciate all your guys' support. Thanks for all the feedback, all the positive comments and encouragement. I really appreciate that. And again, thanks for spending time with me. Take care, guys. I forgot to tell you guys how it clenches. It's lighter than it looks. It looks like a big old burly pipe, but it actually clenches pretty easily. And I think a lot of that has to do with this stem, the way it fits in my mouth, and the button. It's a really badass pipe. I like it. It's really cool. This blend though, too good for me. I feel like it's too good for me. I'm gonna need some time. I need some time with this. I don't need to be taking up more of your time. Peace.